that, so let's be crazy. The contact, impact, I want that daily. Our breath getting deeper, deeper lately. I like that, baby, 'cause I can't get enough. Yeah, I can't get enough. Yeah, I can't get enough of your love. Give me some more of it. I can't get enough. Yeah, 'cause I can't get enough.
Dice que no le es suficiente, está mal de la mente. Cuando está solita que entre, música para ponerla en ambiente, yeah. Ella quiere que como aquella vez, le busco todo. Todo lo que se pone bonito se le ve. Empezamos a pie y ahora andamos en el jet. Vamos a calentar, baby, tú. No se quiere olvidar, lo quiere recordar, baby.
'Cause I can't get enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't get enough.
Latino can.
Yeah, I can't get enough of your love. Give me some more of it. I can't get enough. Yeah, 'cause I can't crazy. I like that, you like that, so let's be crazy. The contact, impact, I want that daily. Our breath getting deeper, deeper lately. I like that, baby. Yeah. Ooh, no one's gotta know. We can keep it low key. I'll be fine alone, long as you're alone with me.
Tell him.
So incredible, unforgettable on me. 'Cause I can't get enough.
Benny, Benny Blanco.
Yeah, I can't get enough.
Chipapi man, Selena.
Yeah, I can't get enough of your love. Give me some more of it. I can't get enough. Yeah, 'cause I can't get enough.
So let's take a look at the bracket as it currently stands, Robbie. How is the first round going down?
Well, I've seen a lot of three-pointers so far, just like the real NBA, but some returning favorites are making a little bit of noise already. We got Oh Yeah, I Compete, took a 19-point victory, and the big matchup I'm looking forward to is him and then Skip to Malou, if Skip can get past his first-round matchup.
Skip to Malou, all eyes on him, defending champion, $250,000 in his pocket, but he's back for more. What do you expect to see out of Skip to Malou?
He's going to have
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matchups tonight. Stick around. We'll be right back with more.
I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'ma need you to back up. Spilling the tea, stirring the cup. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'm in the seven.
Good afternoon, everyone. We're about to get started with some Saturday NBA action brought to you by 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Karl-Anthony and Brett Barry. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, if you ask Karl-Anthony Towns, his greatest strength is his versatility. He said, "My dad taught it to me at a young age, and it's made my transition at every step of my career comfortable, having the fundamentals and foundation. I don't limit myself. I try to be great at all skills." Kevin?
Yeah, terrific attitude. It makes him very tough to handle. David, thank you. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for him.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Culver the off guard with Wiggins at the 3. Covington at the 4 with Towns in at the 5. And it's Napier in at the 1 spot. And for the Clippers, we've got Patrick Beverley. Ivica Zubac is out there with Mo Harkless. Then it's Paul George, and it's Leonard in at the 3. Long season, Brent, halfway through. Some teams try to create camaraderie at team dinners and team trips, and I would think that would help.
Well, that helps with your personal savings. You're not spending,
Absolutely.
You're not spending your per diem.
No per diem spend.
Well, there's a tremendous article that was written last year about what
Very
it is that Greg Popovich created in San Antonio. Funny thing, that article came out about the Spurs dinner culture. I had people that were calling me up going, "You should read this," and I said, "Read it. I lived it." Are you kidding me? But absolutely, time like that, time where you have conversation, time in front of one another, where you learn about. Hopefully you're learning about the vulnerabilities of your teammates, because in the end, that's what ends up making you stronger. So I think those kind of things help immensely.
Poke loose, stolen by George. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. George has got 6.
Well, Paul George has definitely garnered some strength through the years now, and he's developed that over time in the offseason, being diligent with his work ethic and gets through contact on that play.
Clippers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Now their offense is rolling. A perfect start. 4 of 4 so far.
Wiggins outside. There's the 3. And another 3 for Minnesota.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
Yeah, no question. When he is connecting from those kind of spots on the floor, it is just a huge boost for what they can do offensively.
Minnesota's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Now, here's Culver. Defense right on him. Misses from short range.
That's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Now, here's Napier. He's coming off a 10-point game against Sacramento.
Yeah, but there's always this point, Kevin. You got to look at where did he also impact the game. It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there. The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why. Still, I expect him to make one of those.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to come to the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Now, here's Napier. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Here's Towns. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
And from day one, Towns has been one of the NBA's top post players. A versatile, well-rounded game on the low block. It doesn't hurt that he can step outside and knock down the jumper either.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play. Right now, playing with tons of intensity.
That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Towns has got his second basket of the game.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Now, here's Culver. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Wiggins, and it's Wiggins with the jam.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He kept off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. And George gets it to go. George has got 12 in the game.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Here's Towns. Unable to get that one. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Last time they met was in Minnesota, where they beat the Timberwolves.
They really ratcheted up the pressure in their last matchup, getting steals and just creating havoc defensively.
The turnover margin was well within their favor, and you have to point to that ferocious D they played as the biggest factor in that win. And
the Timberwolves with possession here. Trailing here by 8. Napier passes to Towns. Knocks it loose. Leonard with the steal. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. It's tipped.
And great positioning there from Culver. And that's what allowed him to get the block. Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Now, here's Culver. Here's Covington. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's his first personal
And you
foul.
gotta love the mindset of Robert Covington when he plays defense. He's so active with his hands and feet, rarely gets fooled on any up fakes or jab steps.
And the first one drops. You know, it's easy to see why, Greg, Covington has been named to first-team all-defense in the past.
The team is noticeably different when his defensive presence is missing. I mean, rare to find a perimeter player who is as good as him, both on and off the ball.
And both free throws good for Covington. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They're leading by 8. Now, here's Culver. He's covered by Leonard. It's Covington on the wing. Pass to Napier. 6 to shoot. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. And the dunk by Towns.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. And the shot goes down.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And here's Culver. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And how about the balance there from Culver? Really good at staying in control despite the D being all over.
And George gets it to go.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Inside, here's Culver. Good. There's Napier with the assist that time. Napier's got his 4th assist in this one. Here's George, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins.
Shooting for
Yeah, I
Los
think
Angeles.
you got to be cautious when you guard Paul George. He's not afraid of the contact, and that time welcomed it.
The Clippers shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. In player development, Brent, what are some of the primary things that can be taught?
I think in today's game, what a lot of PD coaches are looking at, Kevin, is just decision-making, playing out of the pick and roll and coming off into a spot where you're making the correct reads. It's much like, and you cover a lot of football, where you can talk to quarterbacks about their checkdowns.
Yes.
I think you can teach guys how it is that when they come off a screen, what's going to be available to them, and paint pictures for them so that when they're on the floor, they become second nature in terms of their decision-making. That can be huge. And then the second thing is always player development, working on confidence in shooting the basketball. You just want guys to feel like whatever shot they're taking, they've got a great chance of making it.
It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Towns kicks to Wiggins. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points. Offensive rebound, Harkless, and easy 2 points on the way. Harkless has got his second basket.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
Now Leonard. after Robert Covington missed from long range.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
Now here's Napier, guarded closely. Rebound by Harrell.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Napier passes to Culver. With the teardrop. Towns down low. He is defended by Harrell. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Three-pointer. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
George, no good. Timberwolves trail by 11. Now Culver, 7 points in the game. Let's go. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
His touches left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Snatched up. Harrell, that's good.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Minnesota's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell when he's on the floor. Great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire.
And he's smart as a professor. Yes, sir. Sitting right next to a book and that little two better you fall. One time for the freedom of speech. Two time for the right to hope. Just give to the fifth of the close your mouth and pray to your Jesus. That's why, cause it's lie so high, stay holy and high. You never get rich, but I never, cause I made it here by God. My, y'all. I could jump. A couple times I took my eyes off the prize, y'all. I know if you people pray for my y'all. The light came, I had to rise, y'all. Oh my, y'all. I could jump. A couple times I took my eyes off the prize, y'all. I know a couple people pray for my you're gonna need a bigger boat, boys, you're in trouble. Hey, gonna need a little hope, boys, on the double. Hey,
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Jang, he's checked in for Karl-Anthony Towns. Vonleh comes in for Robert Covington. Okogie's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. And Krebs subbed in for Napier. Now, here's Culver. 7 points in the game. The pass to Crab. And the rejection by Harrell. Feeds it to Green. The shot from the low post is good. And the Clippers lead by 17.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
Here's Okogie. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Now that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Got that one up quick.
You know, it's going to be tough to win when you give the other team second and third opportunities to score the ball.
To the paint, here's Culver. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
I'll tell you, Culver has an array of moves once he gets into the paint.
Offensive rebound. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Attacking the rack to great effect.
The Clippers shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
One shot.
A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have two elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had two.
Oh!
Yeah. I see the athleticism there of Harrell, and does a great job of just wreaking havoc on that possession.
We've got 1:18 left in the first. Here's Culver. 9 points in the game so far. Ball's knocked loose. Jang, the pass to Vonleh. Another shot. Goes up again, and Jang puts it in.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Clippers leading by 19 points. Here's Shamet. Again, Los Angeles.
Already, they piled up 8 second chance points.
52 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Passes it to Okogie. And there's a whistle. That goes on Landry Shamet. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
A shot by Culver. Nobody around. Green with the rebound.
Well, he wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
And it's Williams with the jam.
Well, you deserve that kind of treatment if you're going to get up with Lou Williams like that. Terrific at getting to the rack.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Culver passes to Vonleh. Here's Okogie. Nails the 16-footer.
Assisted by Noah.
Here's Shamet. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Sacramento. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. From deep three-point range, Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. He has really delivered at the offensive end. He's torched them for 24 points so far. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. One of the most high-powered scorers in the game, Karl-Anthony Towns, knows it's important to keep his teammates involved.
You know, everyone has to get some of the sugar, you know, so making sure you're not just being a ball hog. So I'm just always trying to make sure that I'm taking wide-open shots that I think everyone on the team would love for me to take if I have the opportunity. But also at the end of the day, making sure everyone gets a chance to be in the candy shop.
Well, when you're attracting, Greg, all that defensive attention, it creates opportunities for your teammates.
And Towns wants to win big. To do that, though, it's not enough to get numbers. You've got to make your teammates better as well.
3.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And quite a position here for the Clippers to be in. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition, and they just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
They've got Landry Shamet. JaMychal Green is out there with Harrell, and it's Man in at the point guard. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Here's Culver. Sweet little floater. Culver's got 11.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Lou Williams won Sixth Man of the Year for the third time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Brent, so many state-of-the-art arenas being built. Which feature do you think is most important?
Oh, the hot dog machine. What are we doing,
popcorn, right
and
next
the popcorn,
to it.
what else,
And
Kevin?
then the popcorn.
Yeah,
right there.
nachos.
I love nachos.
Okay.
You love nachos.
What else? I mean, what else could we go with there?
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Yeah,
that's
right?
a big one.
Because when you're done with all that other stuff, you've got to somehow kind of coat your stomach.
Yep.
You
Was
don't
this
feel bad about
basketball related, or did we go somewhere else?
all
with
a part of the whole conversation.
I think we covered it.
Timberwolves have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. They get a hand on it. Pass to Vonleh. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Crabbe kicks to Vonleh. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Puts one up from 19. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Shamet, and that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. Culver passes to Okogie. Pass to Crabbe from past the arc. Green with the rebound.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Magruder. Count that one.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Okogie. Here's Jang. They need this, and it's good on the way up.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Down low. A nice shot by Culver. Culver's got 4 this quarter.
And Culver's been aggressive as well, and his shot is going down with consistency.
Took him no time at all on that one. The Timberwolves have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. He feeds it to Jang, and stolen by Harrell, and they're on the break. And that one's good, Shamet. Shamet's got 14 points.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Here's Okogie. Here's Jang. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
JaMychal Green.
And we have some time now to show you which rookies have the greatest impact offensively over the course of the last month. 5th best, Jarrett Culver.
And those numbers have started to set him apart offensively from most of the other rookies in the league.
That free throw, good from Jang. And Los Angeles with some changes. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Green, and Kawhi Leonard subbed in for Landry Shamet. The Timberwolves also changing it up. Karl-Anthony Towns checked in for Vonleh. Andrew Wiggins comes in for Josh Okogie. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for Culver. And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Harrell.
And his scoring numbers have been going in the right direction these past few years. He's gotten better and better at handling what those opposing defenses are throwing his way and finding ways to get his points all over the floor.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. For Los Angeles, they've gone 8 of 9 in the second quarter. Very nearly perfect from the field. And that one's good. Beverly.
Yeah, decent mid-range shooter. When Beverly is looking to score, it can make him a little bit more dangerous.
And Brent, as you know, there aren't many players that can set a tone for a team, but Patrick Beverly is one of them.
Patrick Beverly always embraces that role about setting the tone defensively on an opposing team's point guard, making sure that tonight, if you're going to beat the team that Pat Beverly plays on, you're going to have to go through them.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg. Now, there are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
The shot, no good. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
They're so close in that one, but that's of no solace to the players. They played their hearts out.
Yeah, you want to respond in kind, but that last game, it was an effort that most of the time can get you a win. They ran into a tough opponent who was playing at a high level.
Now here's Napier, defended by Beverly, and the basket by Napier.
That's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
Deep two from Beverly. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Zhang's got his 7th rebound here tonight. The pass to Napier. The 3-ball. That ball's ice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got 3 assists in the game. And it's Beverly missing. And here's Napier. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip.
You got to know the scouting report as a defender. You can't let Krabs set up for a catch and shoot. Bury those more often than not. This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Here's Napier. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Yeah, you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
Beverly and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one is on Towns.
One of the better perimeter defenders in the game, and in the golden age of scoring point guards, Patrick Beverly doing his best to slow them down on a nightly basis.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Beverly. We're a few players now host podcasts, participate with those elements, with those vehicles during the season. Any thoughts on that?
I think it's great. I think it's fantastic for our fan base and for our players to have an outlet, to have conversations and share a little bit more about their personality. It grows them as people, I think, Kevin, especially I've listened to J.J. Redick's many times over,
yes.
And you learn something new, not only about players, but about their interests and how they're spending time. And I think if you were a young player, let's say you were a high school senior, and you're a college player, and you're listening to some of the things that guys are talking about and their experiences, I think it's invaluable for what it is that you don't know exists around a player in the NBA, and for you to start having considerations about how difficult the task is, how mentally taxing. So these things are great outlets for the players.
To the inside, here's Towns. That's tipped. Outside Williams. The baseline J off the mark.
Well, with his touch from mid-range, Kevin, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Napier passes to Wiggins. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Shot's good by Williams.
Well, it's such a challenge trying to alter anything that Lou Williams does just because you're on your heels most of the time.
Now here's Napier. He's covered closely. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. And he gets the bucket. 9 points for Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington.
Remains Los Angeles ball.
And the Clippers making a change here. George is checked in. That'll be a 5-second call. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You take a look at Los Angeles. Right now they've compiled the 3rd best record in the conference. And of course there's Minnesota. Just need to take it a game at a time.
Well, right now for the Timberwolves, they're already looking to the offseason. And that's a shame. Their fans deserve a little bit more from this team.
And the body language right now kind of telling the story. Losing takes a huge toll on you, especially during an 82-game grind.
Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. And it's now 26 points for Paul George. Minnesota's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Napier passes to Crabbe. Great D that time from Leonard.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
It's good.
The strength in that body that Kawhi has, he finishes through contact as well as anyone in the league.
Now here's Napier. He's got 12. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Here's Williams. Again, the Clippers.
Pretty good mid-range player there. The touch from Lou Williams, especially on those kind of jumpers, that one's on the money.
Napier with it. George picks him up. Napier passes to Crabbe. Over Harkless. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more. Here is Williams. He's coming off a 22-point game against Sacramento.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
To the middle, here's Towns, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Towns has got 12 in the game.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Williams, that's good.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Pass to Towns. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in this game. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for 1 more.
What great body control there. George, tremendous athlete, takes the hit, and he makes that one count.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Onley's checked in.
One shot.
The throw good, Paul George. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. There's the foul. That's against Minnesota. At Los Angeles, they have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
And over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from George.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Green, he's checked in for the Clippers. good on both.
The versatility of Paul George as he's matured and put some more weight on his frame through the years. He's an exceptional two-way player with outstanding length and a tremendous scoring ability.
Napier feeling it out a bit. Wiggins outside. It's Covington on the wing. That ball's nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got 5 assists in the game. And George, here we go, over Wiggins, and it's George missing. Minnesota's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Covington kicks to Napier. Pass to Towns. Over Green. Wiggins from outside. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
Yeah, Paul George, look out. Hammers that one home.
1:21 left here in the second. Minnesota's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. And it's Wiggins missing.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
Andre Shamit's checked in for George. Okogie's checked in for the Timberwolves. Culver comes in for Napier. .110 left in the second quarter. And he makes that one. 10 points for Lou Williams.
He's such a dynamic scorer, inside, outside. It really doesn't matter. Lou Williams is a huge threat to score, especially coming off the bench.
Here's Okogie. 7 points in the game. Wiggins with it. Shoots over Shamit. Again, Wiggins missing. Baseline J on the way. Again, Los Angeles. There's 37 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Okogie. Good. Score the basket. Mark him 4 for 8, shooting 50% so far. And it's the Clippers' ball. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Here's Mann. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. He's got 9.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
15 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And there's the call on Lou Williams.
That's his first personal
That's
foul.
his first foul. We've got 13 seconds left in the first half. And here's Culver. 2 on the clock. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge lead for them. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Andrew, they shot the lights out in the first half. What has to change?
Get back. Focus on getting back, guarding your man, and not taking these real.
It starts with a man-on-man challenge. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He ended up with 33 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, shooters were popping open right and left. Exceptional ball movement. Guys racing off screens, spotting up, knocking down shots. That's the way you play basketball unselfishly, and it was superb, and they exploited all the weaknesses of the defense.
Shaq, what you think about Minnesota?
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half. Start a fight, throw some bowls, let's go.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
Yeah, almost inviting contact, that attack mentality on full display.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. So on the floor for Minnesota, Covington at the 4 with Towns in at the 5. Culver the off guard with Wiggins at the 3. And it's Napier in at the point.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Out left to the wing, to the inside. Here's Wiggins. Second shot opportunity, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Wiggins has got 13.
And there's one thing that's never been in question about Wiggins, his ability to be a high-volume scorer. And in case you needed a reminder, he's giving you one tonight.
Pass to Culver. Here's Towns. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Leonard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Over Napier. Again, Los Angeles.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Wiggins from outside, in for his 7th make in 14 tries.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
The Clippers have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
Beverly at the line for 2.
Shot.
And he makes the first. And the Clippers making a switch here. George is checked in. Both free throws good from Beverly. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Now Napier. He's got 12. Here's Towns. Second chance shot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And already a leader at such a young age, Towns' teammates look to him to anchor them on both ends, and he has not disappointed.
For Minnesota, they have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4. And the Clippers call time here.
And you look at how Towns is so effective on offense, and it's because he really has the entire package for a big man. Back to the basket, facing up, playing outside or in, off the bounce or on the catch. This guy can do it all.
here to look at the numbers for Patrick Beverley. He's one of the standouts over the last month. He's right around 9 points a night, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
And the first one at the line is good. And Greg, as you said, it's the skill level of Towns at his young age that is so incredible.
Very capable three-ball shooter, but he likes backing you down on the block as well. You step back and look at what he can do for a team, and there aren't really any holes in his game.
And Towns drops them both. Clippers have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Here's George. Minnesota with the rebound.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
Covington, good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. And that's now 6 points for Robert Covington. And it's the Clippers with the ball. Here's George. The good-looking shot from the wing.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
And there's the pass to Towns. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's George. And that one hits back iron.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there, Kevin. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
That one falls. 15 points for Jarrett Culver.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
George, that's a 2-pointer. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, which ways tonight has Paul George not made an impact in this game? A one-man wrecking crew.
Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. Passes it to Culver. He kicks it to Covington. Over Harkless. Covington's shot is off.
Lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
Two shots.
First one falls for him.
When he came into the NBA, Kawhi Leonard wasn't the most refined player, but something in Spurs management and with the work of the coaching staff, they found a superstar.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Pass to Covington. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Another miss by Minnesota.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And that one's good. Leonard.
Yeah, the claw using those broad shoulders and those hands, snatching that one down, wasting no time going back up.
Now here's Culver, defended by George. The feed to Covington. Tries again, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
The Timberwolves shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Rodney McGruder's checked in for Maurice Harkless. And so he makes both from the line.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Here's George. And then George with the jam.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Now, here's Culver. 15 points in the game. He tries for three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Culver's got 5 points now in the quarter. Here's George. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
With the finish line in sight, this guy is determined to be the one to put the game away.
Here's Culver. 18 points for him. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yet another player from the 2019 draft class who wasn't a top high school recruit. Jarrett Culver, 3-star guy, thin, unrefined, but in that sophomore year of college, boy, did he surprise some folks.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. And Greg, when you talk about Culver, the one thing he did show in high school and again showed at Texas Tech, the ability to score.
Yeah, and he creates and makes shots against great defenders. Every team in the NBA is looking for that. His jumper, his handle, his ability to move without the ball, already NBA level stuff.
Good on the second free throw.
And Culver's game just screams potential. Already a good scorer, rebounder, and passer. Now the next step, improving that outside shot.
And he gets it to go.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
This team did something in halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
Out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Here's what the Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Monday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Sacramento to take on the Kings. And then on Wednesday, the Atlanta Hawks come into town. That will tip off a homestand for them. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Paul George is aggressive. Look at his eyes right now, focused on scoring, and he sees the open path and gets right there.
Minnesota's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. Down low. And Wiggins throws it down hard.
Yes, ooh, that's an old-fashioned rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. And it's Beverly missing. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Magruder with the rebound.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Leonard with the bucket. Leonard's got 10 points here in the second half.
I mean, the stroke looks good. He's moving well out there. What a sensational start to this game. Perfect from the field.
To the wing on the left. To the paint. Here's Jang. Nice pass. Led into the rack perfectly for the layup. Zhang's got 10 points.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
And he comes up with the deuce.
It's good defense, but like we say, better offenses. Paul George doesn't even think about the kick out. He wants to get those points.
Wiggins outside. Towns with it. Now guarded by Harrell. Towns, no luck.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Culver passes to Jang, and finished off by Jang.
Timeout.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
And the Clippers call time here
And as teams present themselves throughout a game, you have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team, Greg.
This is a good chance here to look at the teams with the most second chance points of the season. Here are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. In fourth, the Timberwolves.
And just having a terrific year on the offensive glass, it's because everybody buys in. Not just the big men, but even the guards are getting in on the act.
And now he's gone streaking where one leads to two, which leads to three. That's big trouble for the defense.
Crab kicks to Culver. With the floater, and that's 2 points on the layup. Culver's got 8 here in the quarter.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
And that one's good, Shamet.
Landry Shamet.
Here's Culver. He's got 21. Crab in the corner for the three. The shot, no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Here's Mann. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. 13 points in the game.
And they are earning points with the jump shot now.
Here's Crab, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Here's Mann. Vonleh with the rebound. Minnesota's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Kicks it to Wiggins. Jang against Harrell. Jang dishes to Culver. Takes the 13-footer. Green with the rebound. Green's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Minnesota's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Crab, no good.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot off.
Yeah, easy call.
At the line for your Clippers, Landry Shamet. At the line for 2.
The first free throw is good. Okogie's checked in for Allen Crabbe. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Timberwolves shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Now, here's Culver. He's guarded closely. Wiggins passes to Okogie. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his first.
It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell. The Timberwolves have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
At the line for 2.
shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. He's off on the second.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. And they pick up 2. Harrell's got 6 points.
He gets really excited about finishing through contact, Kevin. Think about Montrezl Harrell and the type of energy and effort that he brought last year to this team to help solidify, I guess, most of the culture piece of what Steve Ballmer wants this franchise to be about. That's playing hard, playing with energy, and having some enthusiasm for the competition. Montrezl Harrell wraps all those things up pretty nicely in the way he plays. Now, he shot a lower than average volume here tonight, but his efficiency doing it has helped the team build the lead.
Culver kicks to Vonleh. Inside, here's Jang, and finished off by Jang.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
And Montrezl Harrell, Brent, beloved in the locker room.
Well, he's beloved because every night when you go out on the floor with him, you know what you're going to get. A guy who is incredibly competitive, passionate, knows his role, and plays with a physical presence that he doesn't shy away from anybody that's on the floor. That's infectious.
Here's Mann. And Harrell's is it in.
When the shot's going up, it's fun to watch the way that Montrezl Harrell will attack a rebound, crucial to this offense and his production.
Pass to Jang. And finished off by Jang.
Yeah, I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so. Goes up on the wing, and a little off that time, but it drops. He's got 15.
So far, he's a can't-miss player, a superb scorer who plays to his strength.
Knocked loose. Got a piece of it. Now here's Culver, the fast break champ.
And the decision-making proving to be outstanding. Culver just has a knack for taking advantage of the D in the open floor.
It's rebounded by Vonleh. Minnesota's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Okogie misses. And so Green will bring it up for the Clippers. Here's Mann. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots. 29 seconds left in the third. Feeds it to Culver. Trying to get open is Jang. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And that's now 25 points for Jarrett Culver. Shamet. Minnesota with the rebound. Wiggins surveying the floor. For 3, Okogie. Rebound by the Clippers. Harrell's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. And that one's good, Shamet. And so it's Los Angeles, enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented, as always, by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. We've got JaMychal Green. Robinson is out there with Williams. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's man in at the 3, the small forward. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. Brent, a lot of teams are paying that luxury tax, and that is a tough thing for a lot of owners to swallow. Is this the best method to deter teams from going over the cap and overspending and outspending smaller markets?
You're hitting the nail on the head, Kevin, because there are some teams, as much as you said it's tough for some teams to swallow, there are other teams that never see that pill.
Right.
And they're willing to go as far as they need to go in order to put a championship team on the floor. It seems to be working, but the question you had for me, was it a deterrent right now? I don't know if it's as significant as it needs to be. We know the repeater tax certainly hurts some teams, but there are still teams that are willing to spend, Kevin. That's really tough on small market teams who want to avoid that at all costs.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. The Clipper shooting has been just uncontainable, 72%. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Culver with it. Tipped away. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Los Angeles ball. Jalen. Noel.
Clippers with the ball. Lets it go from the wing. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Yeah, he's going to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
The defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
Yep, it counts. The Clippers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Williams can't hit.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
And the rejection by Zubac. Reed gets the bucket. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. To the inside. Lays it up off the glass. Reed's got 5 points in the quarter.
Of all the action happening there, Kevin, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
Fires from 14. Almost, but it rolls out.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Basket counts. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Now the pass to Bates Diop. Here's Okogie. Passes it to Reed. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Shot clock at 5. Sinks the three-pointer.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Robinson misses.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Green, no good. Good D by Bell. Timberwolves have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. For so long, the U.S. has been the country to beat in international basketball play. But there are some big-time challengers around the globe emerging.
Well, Serbia and Spain continue to be competition that the U.S. takes extremely seriously. And I'm not saying they don't take everybody that they step on the floor against with tremendous amount of respect. We know from years in the past that Argentina had its golden age with the players around Manu Ginobili and Oberto and Nocioni, but that seemed to be a timing thing for the Argentinian national team. Spain and Serbia will continue to be impressive and continue to push USA basketball in these international tournaments and Olympic play.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Pass to Okogie. Here's Reed, guarded by Robinson. Here's Okogie. Excellent D that time from Robinson. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Hard to leave any NBA player that wide open from that distance.
Pass to Bell. Here's Okogie. Here's Reed. Rebound by the Clippers. Green's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Robinson again, Los Angeles.
Robinson, 2 points.
Timberwolves have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Here's Okogie, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
A lot of missing stats from the 60s and 70s, but if we could go back and look at those actual numbers, any players you think would really be catching our eye in terms of, wow, I didn't know that guy was that good, or he's better than I thought?
Well, don't we always look at the incredible, mind-boggling numbers of Wilt Chamberlain
yes,
and think, what was that guy doing?
Yeah.
And we don't even have half of it. So Wilt Chamberlain comes to mind first. What I think about Kevin when that question comes up is how many great players through the 70s and also really through the 80s, because the three-point line wasn't accentuated enough, missed the opportunity to be even greater scorers. I mean, Jerry West with the three-point line.
Can you imagine that?
You got to be kidding me. So there's a lot of gap of those players too. That also because of changes in rules and because the three-point line wasn't in, that we would be talking about in terms of nostalgia and their accomplishments with a much different look.
Even someone as recent as Jordan, with the rules the way they are now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, unbelievable.
With the openness of the floor and what Michael could do, as if he wanted to prove he could do more.
Exactly.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team, Greg.
One shot.
They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
Brent, we have seen some international showcase games the last few years. Do you like that trend?
Oh, absolutely. I like the fact that our league, we know how global it is with how many players from different countries are represented throughout the rosters around the league. But for our game to travel around to London and to Mexico City and have an opportunity for those fans to see what NBA basketball is like, I think it's an absolute win.
I'd like to see more.
Well, more time for those teams. The timing of some of those trips for some teams are a little bit tough in terms of the travel, but their appearances there mean so much more to grow the game globally.
Josh buries the long-range jumper.
Timeout.
Well, that equals his three-point total from the first half. He had one before the break, and that's his first three of this half.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Honestly, I look since I put my boy. Sometimes I see him at the club. I've been away for a while. I'm in the band exam. Debate about who is the greatest. What you debate about? Taking for clout, I know. Who running your house without staking it out? If you ain't really about that you say you about, I went a different route. I just go pivot the couch. I just envision the count, then I go get that amount. I got a beautiful house, but honestly, yes, get the town at the time that the temperature down. So someone diss me in the crew, but honestly, I forgot who. Cause snakes and what's crazy is that it's somebody I probably knew. Me, I don't get it, no clue. That just you don't do. That just a more I add to the list that I can't get no energy to. Why don't you put it on the wear? You don't want everyone to wear. I just had to lead the hookers, treating me like a celeb. I just went and cut my dread, but I got some beautiful hair. I am just searching for something that's real, cause they really know what they say. I gotta smile, but honestly, I put my boy. Sometimes I see him in the cloud. I've been away for a while.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Patterson's checked in. The Clippers shooting in the fourth has been tremendous, 59%. Here's Mann. No good there. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. The pass to Bates Diop. Count it. Bates Diop's got his first basket.
Elite passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride, so full speed, 2 points.
Right wing. Here's Zubac. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
With the basket.
Minnesota's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Passes to Bell. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Pass to Okogie. Fires for 3. They get it again. Bell's shot is good.
Jordan Bell.
Bell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Mann passes to Robinson. Here's Leonard. Reed with the rebound.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
That's a shot he doesn't shoot very often. Okogie's got a couple of 3-pointers now in the fourth for the Timberwolves. Here's Mann. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. 21 points in the game. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Here's Okogie, guarded by Robinson. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Shoots it up. Minnesota with the rebound. Bell's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And bird right's an important element in structuring the salary cap. Can you tell the viewers exactly what that means?
What it means, Kevin, is you have the ability to go into the above the tax to sign your own player, and so it doesn't cost you the tax dollars. So if the player finishes his season, you have bird rights on that player. You can negotiate a number that's not going to impact your bottom line and cut into your salary cap. So very important when teams are maneuvering around and trying to get players on their roster for a season or two, that after that second season or third season over, that the bird rights still remain for them to extend him even further, to keep him around the culture.
Shoots. Reed with the rebound. Reeves got his 4th rebound in this one. Noel. And the rejection by Zubac. Here's Patterson. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Here's Okogie. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Well, watch Jordan Bell. Watch him play off the ball, and you see how athletic he is, but it's fully evident on plays like that, the jam.
Robinson misses.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up, and you can't knock it down.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Yep, that one goes.
Well, those interior passes can be dangerous sometimes, but if the timing is good and you execute it there, you can get easy hoops.
Pass to Okogie from deep. The rebound by Patterson. The Clippers shooting wonderfully up to this point, 67%. Here's the pass to Mann. Wing shot on the way. Again, the Clippers.
Man!
Here's Okogie. Shoots the three. It's good from long range.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one.
The assist.
The Clippers shooting it well here in the fourth quarter, 50%. Wasted no time on that one.
Robinson.
14 points for Robinson.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Passes it to Bates-Diop. Here's Reed. Down low. And the basket by Okogie. Okogie's got 13 points in just this quarter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Clippers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And on the year, this will turn out to be win number 34 for them.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for George.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
First free throw is good. Both good from the line that time. There's a minute left in the fourth. Pass to Bates-Diop. A three-pointer, no good. And here is Patterson. Pass to Mann. Rebounded by Bell. Here's Okogie, and he jams it with authority.
Wow, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And the Clippers call time here. They're up by 30. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
For T-shirt time!
Jordan, player of the game, Paul George.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
They'd lost two straight coming into this one, and he knew he needed to put his foot down. He showed leadership tonight, getting them back on the winning track. Here's Robinson. Good work there as it goes.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Here's a Kogi. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Paul. Outstanding game tonight. And I always wonder what it's like when you really are feeling good out there and how that shows up on the floor.
Man, this got to be one of the best games I've played. It just seemed like I couldn't miss. And my teammates found me. They made it easy for me. And, shots finally fell for me.
Yes, I know that phrase is in the zone. Looked like you were living there tonight. Thanks, Paul. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.